Hello people, it's Les the 6mm 1940s Wargamer here. I'm trying to put some decals on some Belgian tanks and make a video at the same time, which ain't easy. Got no idea if this is in focus or if you can see anything because of the light. That's alright, that's cool. That's not ready to come off, so that's fine. Hello, it's Les the 6mm France 1940 gamer here. And I'm trying to put on these roundels on my ACG light tanks with reasonable amounts of success. I don't know if this is in focus or anything. It's really awkward making a video and doing fiddly stuff at the same time. These decals are taking like forever to release themselves, which I suppose is a good thing in lots of ways. Oh god, here comes the missus. Hello.
Hello. I don't take the boots off.
You basically have to keep brushing these stupid things until they come off.
Okay. What, the decals?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Well, they take ages to release themselves off the backing paper. Brushing the stupid things. Come on. They've been in this water for ages. Yeah, hang on. I think we're getting some action now. No. No, still not coming off.
Yeah. Luckily, I can't wait to finish.
So I'm just brushing these decals all the time to try and get them to come off the backing paper and get them straight onto the tank. I did some fairy battles and the decals came off eventually, but then they didn't actually stick to anything. They must have lost all their glue because it was just the water sticking them down. Oh, God in heaven. This is a fucking pain in the arse, I tell you. Fuck's sake. That's the dude there. I'm trying to stick down. I don't know how many millimetres across it is. Probably about 2 or 3. Dom's decals they're from. He does do smaller roundels if I was going to put them on the turret where they're supposed to be. Well, supposed to be, who knows. Can't believe it. I just flicked my brush to get the excess water off and I forgot I had a decal on, so that's gone somewhere, I don't know. Fortunately, there's hundreds of these things on the sheets. And basically I'm having to just keep brushing these decals, or transfers as we used to call them in the old days in Britain. Now for some reason we call them blooming decals, which sounds like really dumb name for them if you ask me. I'm going to brush it to get it off, try and get it off the backing paper. It don't seem to want to come. It does eventually, but it's a real pain waiting for it to happen. And I'm doing it on the tank because, there we go. Then get rid of the paper backing, get it where you want it, not in amongst the blooming sprockets. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck this. Get out. What the fuck is it? It's a fucking piece of wire to get it out. Not good, is it? For fuck's sake. Alright, let's see if this is salvageable or is it snapped in half. Oh, that's fucked. Here's one I did earlier. Can't be bothered making a video while sticking these stupid things on at the same time. As I say, I didn't put them on the sides of the turrets or even the back of the turret, wherever it's supposed to be. There's a nice flat surface there on the side of the tank. That'll do me. I've got roundels on half the tanks. I'm going to wait for them to dry and then do the other half, do the other side of the tank. But I ain't going to bother videoing it while I'm doing it because it's a pain. Fucking hell. Not in the fucking mood for this really. So those are the ones I've done. Don't know if you can see it. It's dark in here and everything, so whatever. That's the roundels I put on the fairy battles. The tail ones, turns out, all the glue had come off them. So by the time I went back to them and went over them with the matte varnish, they'd all fallen off because, you know, it was only water holding them on. So yeah, I stuck them down with matte varnish and then went over them with matte varnish, the acrylic sort, and then I'll go over them with Humbrol varnish to, yeah, you can't see anything in this light, can you? It's fucking pointless. Hello, it's Les the 6mm 1940s Wargamer here. I'm attempting today to put some decals on these ACG 9, well, talking about ACG 1 light tanks, Belgian ACG 1 light tanks. I don't know if you can see that because it's in the shadowy side. I've tried to get in the light but it's not really working, and that's also why I'm doing this handheld, because it's become too much of a pain in the arse with the tripod. I don't know if you can see that. It's not focusing, is it? It's too close. Is that alright? I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of macro mode on this fucking... It's not even fucking focusing. Why is that? Hello, it's... Is this working? Sort of. Hello, it's Les the 1940s 6mm Wargamer here, and I'm trying to put some decals on these ACG 1 Belgian tanks with, you know, a certain amount of success, I have to say, but it's not easy. Let's drop one. As you can see, they're pretty small. Well, the decals are like 3mm across, if that. It's so fiddly, I can't be arsed with the tripod for my camera or mobile. It's all going pear-shaped. So there we are. Dom's decals, 600 scale for aircraft, I think these are actually, but they're about the right size. I'm not sticking them on the turrets because I've got some nice flat tank sides, which is way easier place to stick these things on. They don't come off the paper backing that easily, I don't reckon. It's probably the same for all transfers, it's probably nothing to do with him. So I'm picking them up by the brush when they've been soaking for ages, putting them on the side of the tank, on the paper, and then trying to brush them off the paper and onto the tank, because the tail markings on these fairy battles that I put on, the roundels worked out alright for some reason, but the tail markings, brushed them off, put them on there, and it was only water holding them on, so when they dried they just fell off. So I've now stuck them on with matte varnish and gone over them with matte varnish, and then I will go over the whole lot with proper Humbrol enamel matte varnish, and hopefully that will stop these roundels looking so shiny. If it doesn't stop them looking so shiny, well, tough. So there we are, sticking roundels on my tanks as best I can. Yeah, it's yeah, so this video is probably not even worth uploading, but there you go. I might do a follow-up when I finish these things. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.